Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn. Uh. Yeah. Yeah.